Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video after San Diego Comic-Con. We're going to go over The Walking Dead Dead City Season 2, and the idea now that's been revealed that Maggie is going back to not kill Negan, but save Negan. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe and another video for Dead City. We're going to go through the trailer slash teaser that we got for this season, and we're going to talk about Maggie going back to save Negan's life. So, hope you guys enjoyed all the Comic-Con videos we did over the last couple days. Now we're going to go into a bunch of discussion videos. I've got a lot prepped for this upcoming week in general. We have a lot of videos that I want to get done because there was a lot of context and stuff shared in the trailers for both Daryl Dixon and Dead City. But starting things off with Dead City, we have finally an answer to our question that we've had for over about a year, and I'm honestly glad that they let us know in the trailer what the objective is that Maggie is going back to Manhattan, she's going back to New York to save Negan and not kill Negan, which I think we all kind of thought anyway, because a lot of the fans, and I've heard a lot of people kind of talking about this, is that one of the biggest pieces of criticisms I've heard from the first season of Dead City is how much people can't stand the rivalry between Maggie and Negan. A lot of people are finding it kind of tiresome. A lot of people are finding it very repetitive, stuff like that. And I think that the writers are kind of noticing that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of what's going on here. I think they're realizing that they're gonna have to kind of put a bit of an end to it, you know? And I think that they've already made a big improvement in terms of the writing with that trailer that we got yesterday. It seems like Maggie is realizing that she needs to go back for Negan because otherwise she can't really live with herself. And I think that's what it is. I genuinely think that Hershel is the one that's convincing Maggie to go back there. Whether it's something that he says to her this season or in general it's what he said to her at the end of season 1 and it's kind of just messing with her head, you know? Because, again, one of the things that we kind of saw, and I ended up watching the panel, by the way, for Dead City. I did check that out over on YouTube. It's about 51 minutes. It's a huge panel with all the actors. It's really good. What I'll end up doing is I'll probably link it in the description if y'all want to go ahead and check it out. You guys can go ahead and check out the full panel. But anyway, Lauren Cohen talked about in the panel how it's more so of one of those things where it's like, okay, what is revenge? What is, hatred? What is a lot of these things, really? It's more so like, okay, Negan's the one that she knows the longest in this crew. You know what I'm saying? She's known Negan longer than anybody else in this show, Dead City. So it's like, it's that kind of like that draw to him, right? And she kind of can't get that out of her head until she goes back and does something and saves his life, and then she could probably live with herself a lot better. You know what I'm saying? And she wants to finish this thing with Negan for good and complete it, you know? Now, here's where the interesting part comes in. I have a gut feeling that when Maggie goes back to New York to save Negan, she's going to run into Negan and Negan's not going to want to go back. And I think that's going to be the plot of this season is like Maggie finally comes to terms with the idea that she's not going to kill Negan. She's actually going to rescue him and let him, kind of get out of her head once and for all. But when she goes back to Manhattan, and I think this is what they're going to do, is that Negan's going to be offered Lucille, a new Lucille. He's going to be offered a leather jacket. And I think at first he's going to play the role, right? At first he's going to, go along with this for as long as he can, fake it till you make it type of situation. But then I think something's going to happen. Honestly, I think something's going to happen. Somewhere in the story, I think Negan's going to start liking that again. He's going to like being the guy in control with the bat and the leather jacket. I think it's all going to come back to him, He's going to start controlling Croat like he used to do. He's going to start doing things like he used to do. And I think that's going to make him shift away from himself a little bit. Then Maggie's going to come in. And he's going to say to her, I don't want to leave. You shouldn't have come. Why would you want me back? Like, that's not, like, I killed your husband. Let's just leave it at that. Why are you coming to rescue me? Stuff like that. And Maggie's going to fight. And I think that's when this season's going to get really interesting. Maggie's going to fight to get him back. And Maggie's going to really try to get her former enemy back. You know what I'm saying? And I think if they go that route with the writing, I think it could make for some really interesting storytelling. And some really interesting just overall direction for the show. So that's how I view that going down. Now, obviously, Negan will get out at one point, and Negan will, kind of go back to his old self. I don't think that this leather jacket wearing, bat swinging Negan is going to be around forever, but I think it's going to mess with his head a little bit. I think he's going to realize that, oh yeah, I still got it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, okay, no, I do have to, I have to get out, stuff like that. Things are going to get too drastic with the Burazi, and Negan's going to have to do his thing. Though I do think that Negan, and I've mentioned this before, I think Negan's going to take down the Burazi from the inside. And what I mean by that is that I think he'll be the one to take out the Dama, and I think he's going to get people to fall in line behind him. I don't think Negan is going to be, turning on, Maggie's side and taking out the Burazi. I think he's going to use the Burazi and he's going to flip them to what he wants to do. I think this group, the Burazi, will be a thing that sticks around in this show. He's just going to turn the group good, is what he's going to do. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to take out the little problems in the leadership everywhere and stop being a dictator. You know what I'm saying? And I think Maggie's going to be the one that kind of pushes him to that point where it's like, he can turn the Burazi into a good group of people, and he can take out the right people, within that group. But he will have that group in the end, and Negan will be a leader again, but he's going to be a good leader. And I think that's the direction that we're going, is that by the time we get to like season 3, season 4 type of range, the Burazi and all that stuff will be operated in the proper way. Negan will be operating this group in the right way, and he will lead the group, but it's going to be under a different leadership. It's going to be the old, kind of more nice Negan that is kinder to people, you know what I'm saying? And that will happen later on. Now, my question is here, and this is a major question for the future. Will Hershel interfere with any of this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Will Hershel try to take out Negan? It doesn't seem like that's an immediate thought on his mind, but again, you never know with this kid. You never know what he's gone through. You never know what they're going to give him this season. He's the biggest wild card for me in terms of the writing and in terms of where it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of, in general, where I could kind of see all that stuff going. But anyway, thank you all for watching, guys. Post comments down below. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button to miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Be sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys very soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.